Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RotoBaller Radio Waiver Wire Series. I'm your host, Anthony Aniano, here with a look at the Week 12 waiver wire and pitchers who you can still hopefully add for your fantasy baseball team. Now, full disclosure, recording this Thursday, June 8th, as we prepare for that Week 12, which begins Monday, June 12th. Okay, guys, full disclosure, as always, Yahoo roster percentages are the talking point, keeping it at pitchers 50% or less rostered at the time of this recording. So just be mindful of that. And like we said, numbers can change, percentages can change, whatever it may be, promotions, demotions, as we are recording this on Thursday, June 8th, heading into the Week 12 Fab run this upcoming weekend. Now, my top two pitchers to add, before you get all mad, they may already be on your rosters, but based on that Yahoo 50% or less, I'm going to mention them. And the number one ad of the week has to be Atlanta Braves 20-year-old A.J. Smith-Shawver. Okay, so far at the major league level, he's had one appearance, 2 1/3 minor relief innings, I should say, on June 4th against the Milwaukee Brewers. In that relief appearance, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, just fantastic stuff. And he's now getting a chance to start. His start will be June 10th against the Washington Nationals. The Braves sent back down Mike Soroka. He was highly ineffective in 2 starts for the Braves after coming back from multiple injuries and having missed the last couple of years. So he's scheduled to start June 10th, Saturday, Washington. So maybe it's as you're watching this or right before you're setting your fab. And then his next start after that, Thursday, June 15th. Against the Colorado Rockies. Now, the reason I say he's the number one ad, but the reason some of you are probably like, it's too late now, because he's already 42% rostered on Yahoo. So in deeper leagues, 12-team and larger, he may already be gone, and we missed out the boat on Smith-Shawver. However, I do got to say, in limited minor league innings through his professional career, like I said, only 20 years old, he's maintained this elite level strikeout rate of 10 or more Ks per 9 innings. He's a 3-pitch pitcher, slider, curveball, and an overpowering fastball. Another situation where, as well, kind of like the Tampa Bay Rays, you trust the Braves. Let's just acknowledge that. When the Braves bring a top prospect up, you believe in it, you trust it, like Spencer Strider last year, and you just put your faith in that Atlanta organization like we're doing here. Well, like we said, in a deeper format, you probably had to get Smith-Shawver a week or 2 ago. Might be too late now. 10-team format. Maybe you get lucky in a 12-team format, and he's floating around on the waiver wire. Let's see how he does Saturday. If he's available, maybe that drives down his fab bid a little bit. But nonetheless, he's a must-add and already only available in 58% of the Yahoo leagues. Same goes for my number 2 pitcher ad out of Cincinnati. And we're all about the Cincinnati Reds of late. The prospects they're bringing up are all off the charts. We know Ellie De La Cruz. Offensively, we talked about Matt McClain, the shortstop, who came up and he's hitting the cover off the ball. And now Andrew Abbott of the Cincinnati Reds. Now, I was able to get him in a 12-team league just in a midweek run just the other day on Tuesday. I was able to put a $10 bid in a $100 total fab. So 10%, although I had used most of that already. I was able to get Andrew Abbott for $10 last week. He's 48% rostered on Yahoo, making him available in only 52% of leagues. Probably the only time we'll get to speak of Andrew Abbott. Now, at the major league level this year, he's had 1 start, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, did not give up an earned run, got the win, and looked fantastic. Okay, like Smith-Shawver, he's another Fangraphs top 100 prospect coming into the season. Smith-Shawver was the 86th overall ranked prospect and the Braves' number 1 ranked prospect. Andrew Abbott, coming into this season, was Fangraphs' 90th overall ranked prospect and the team's 5th. Now, the reason Abbott was 5th is because they are just so loaded with top prospects. Like I mentioned, De La Cruz and McClain, to name a few. Okay, Andrew Abbott, this season, okay, at the AA and AAA levels, before getting called up, it was off the charts ridiculous. In 54 minor league innings, 90 strikeouts, okay, only 33 hits, and only 15 earned runs. Okay, the strikeout potential is absurd. And now you're throwing Andrew Abbott in with Hunter Green, Graham Ashcraft, Nick Lodolo, just to name a few, Ben Lively, name a few of the young arms that the Cincinnati Reds have. His next start is also Saturday, June 10th against the St. Louis Cardinals. Following that up is June 17th against the Houston Astros. Okay, so A.J. Smith-Shawver, Andrew Abbott are the clear top ads on the mound for this week if they are available. And it's an iffy proposition. I get that, depending on the size of your league and how aware many of your league mates are. Now, the number 3 pitcher ad, go to the Angels, Griffin Canning. Okay, only 12% rostered, makes him 88% available. Over the last 14 days, 13 strikeouts in 12 innings with an ERA of 3 and a whip of 0.92. He's pitched very well of late. Remember, the Angels do go with that 6-man rotation as much as possible. Okay, so it kind of limits Canning to only 1 start per week. On the season, he's got 43 strikeouts and 48 in the third innings. That's 8 Ks per 9 and a pretty good walk rate of 2.79 walks per 9 innings. Now, his ERA is 4.47. His xFIP sits a little bit lower than that at 4.36. Batting average against is okay, 242, and his whip is at 124. He's pitched okay. He's usable in spots, and the reason I mention him, he's got to start Sunday, June 11th against Seattle. Let's see how he does there. Can affect FAB. But I do like his next start, Saturday, June 17th, against the Kansas City Royals. So if you're looking for even a stream option potentially for the week, dealing with some injuries, Nestor Cortez, for example, looks like going on the injured list for the Yankees with a shoulder issue. Okay, Griffin Canning has a nice start June 17th against the Kansas City Royals. At number 4, my 4th start of the ad, and this one you might look at me like I'm a little crazy, but it's the Dodgers, and it's Michael Grove, who has not been good at the major league level. I will say this now. Julio Urias is coming back. Tony Gonsolin, Clayton Kershaw, they're there on the Dodgers rotation. Okay? The young kids have pitched okay. Okay? The question becomes, who is going to be the 5th starter for the Dodgers? Is it Grove or is it Noah Syndergaard? Syndergaard is terrible. Let's just acknowledge that. All right? And Michael Grove pitched a little better of late against the Yankees the other day after coming off the injured list himself. Showed an increased velocity, did give up some runs, but did have 7 strikeouts in that performance. 5 innings, 7 Ks against the Yankees. Like I said, I think he gave up 4 runs in those 5 innings, but the velocity was there, the strikeouts were there. Grove is coming off a season where he was terrific in the minor leagues when he got the promotion, pitching to an ERA of just over 1 and averaging over a K per 9 innings. And on the season now at the major league level in 21 major league innings, he does have 21 strikeouts, a K per inning. Okay, his ERA on the season is at 8.14, but he's pitched to some bad luck as his xFIP sits at 4.31. Okay, now he's been hittable. He's walking too many batters. His whip is at 1.5, 1.52, so that's a little bit high. His next start is Saturday against the Phillies, June 10th. The reason I mentioned Michael Grove right now, just keep an eye on that start. If he gives you another high strikeout performance, keeps the runs to a minimum, he can remain in that rotation, and Noah Syndergaard can be the guy who gets bumped as that Dodger rotation gets healthier and gets more crowded. If he stays in the rotation, his next start right now is scheduled to be Friday, June 16th against the San Francisco Giants. I say next start after that June 10th Phillies start. So his start next week is against the Giants, June 16th. Not afraid of that Giants start. This is a big start for Michael Grove Saturday against Philadelphia. Monitor that start when you set that waiver wire. Okay, Michael Grove, only 2% rostered. He's out there and he's available 98% of leagues on Yahoo.com. So you missed out on Smith-Shawver. You maybe missed out on Andrew Abbott. You have another young arm that struggled at the start of his career this year, but is getting a little bit better, showing strikeout potential. And if he puts it together Saturday against the Phillies, can be a nice sneaky ad for his next start a week from now against the San Francisco Giants. And finally, if you need relief help, Justin Lawrence of the Colorado Rockies, 8% rostered, available in 92% of leagues. Over the last 2 weeks, 9 strikeouts in 8 1/3 innings. With an ERA, though, a little bit high, he's gotten hit a little bit. However, on the season, a 3.41 ERA, 37 strikeouts, 34 1/3. He's got 2 saves And he's kind of taken over from Pierce Johnson in that Rockies bullpen, as those 2 saves are the last 2 saves that the Colorado Rockies have gotten. So you might be seeing a changing of the guard in Colorado. Justin Lawrence taking over as the closer for the Rockies. They have Brad Hand. They have Daniel Bard. Pierce Johnson have all had opportunities to close. But Justin Lawrence in Colorado has gotten the last 2 saves for those Colorado Rockies, and he's available in 92% of leagues. So my top 5 pitchers to add for Week 12 of your fantasy baseball season, if they're somehow available: number 1, A.J. Smith-Shawver. At number 2, if he's available, Andrew Abbott. Number 3, Giffen Koenig. Number 4, Michael Grove. Monitor that start on Saturday. And number 5, if you need a relief pitcher, looking for saves, Justin Lawrence of the Colorado Rockies. Folks, don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com. Sign up now. Use the promotional code ACES. Save at checkout. Okay, like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel. Give me a follow on Twitter at Aniano Fantasy. And as always, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time right here on RotoBaller Radio.